I disappeared for the last 2 years, and I've spent that time healing, rediscovering myself, and searching for clarity, thinking I found it and then losing it again. After spending all this time, I came to the painful realization that I still feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. The only thing that makes sense to me right now in this moment is to have this conversation, hoping that maybe this will resonate with someone who's been putting in the deep work, shedding old cycles and patterns, breaking away from societal norms, choosing their creativity, but still somehow feeling lost, unfulfilled, disconnected. For the past year, I've been wanting to restart or relaunch my podcast, and I've officially been working on this for the last 3 months. Since then, I've come up with so many different iterations of what I wanted this episode to be. Because every morning I would wake up and I would feel like I'm uncovering a whole new part of my being. I started this whole journey for the absolute love of wanting to show people their own inner potential. But in the midst of showing others theirs, I forgot my own. I forgot my why, and instead I've been so caught up in trying to prove my worth, feeling behind and worried about how my passion will sustain my life. I've gotten so caught up in the noise of everything that I just no longer feel fulfilled while creating. I feel so exhausted and burned out before anything has even begun. And even though I know myself better than I've ever known myself before, I just feel so hollow inside. I've been putting way too much pressure on trying to make this work and make this podcast perfect. But unknowingly, I have been setting myself up for disappointment. I've spent so much time prepping this podcast, but behind all this prep work, it's actually just been complete avoidance. Because once I officially put myself out there and stop hiding behind the curtains, there's literally no going back. And I thought I conquered this fear when I decided to move across the country, or when I decided to solo travel, or when 3 years ago I had a dream. I had a dream of starting this podcast, and I did it. Or when my life was coming completely crumbling down and I still found a way to show up. But once again, I find myself at the edge of a cliff, needing to make the jump into the unknown and still feeling scared. Scared that maybe everything will go wrong, or that maybe everything will go right and I just won't be able to live up to it. I've realized I've let this fear consume me, and I've let it convince me that I'm still lost. It's made me lose my sense of self, and it's made me feel like I'm still not ready. All this inner work that I've done, all this time that I've spent on myself, the struggles, the pain, everything I've been through is still not enough. And so in order to feel more ready, I've been going through the motions of what feels like diving deeper into myself. I've been doing yoga, therapy, meditating, journaling, being in nature, working on my creative endeavors, and spending time in solitude. But nothing's been making me feel better. I kept feeling like there was a missing link, and I just couldn't figure out what it was. But yesterday, it hit me, and I realized I'm still abandoning myself, abandoning my inner child. I've moved all the way across the country, decided to leave the path of becoming a doctor and follow my heart. I solo traveled the world for 5 months and meditated with monks in the mountains of Thailand. I became a certified yoga teacher in India, and I looked in every corner of the world, every book, every podcast for the perfect solution to my life problems, but when all I really needed was to find me, to see me. I've been expecting others to be there for my inner child when all along she was just begging for me to see her, to feel her, to support her, and for me to see myself through her eyes and witness this amazing woman that we have become. I realized I have been doing these self-help rituals for the past couple of months, subconsciously hoping that I will eventually conquer this new rut and period of loneliness. And then when the universe thinks I'm worthy enough, or when I've put in enough work, then maybe I will be rewarded with some person, friend, opportunity, mentor, experience that will just come and save the day. I had this epiphany yesterday and it blew me away because I realized that this was just another form of being in the victim mindset. I looked at a picture of my younger self today and I just broke down crying uncontrollably when I saw it. I rarely ever let myself cry like that, but as I was crying, I kept saying to myself, I'm so sorry. I kept looking at the picture of her, and a part of me couldn't help but feel like I failed her. Because the one person who should have been loving me unconditionally, believing in me, supporting me, and taking a chance on me is literally me. Everyone else who decides along the way is just the cherry on top. And if anyone is listening, I know I probably sound like a broken record and like everyone else on the internet when I say this, but seriously, you owe it to your younger self to be everything you ever wanted. And that doesn't mean you need to go be an astronaut or land on the moon or become the president, but it's about being the kindness, being the safety, being the love you needed, taking those risks, whatever that looks like for you, and setting yourself free from the expectations and cages society has built for you. And most importantly, having fun. You are allowed to and you are supposed to enjoy this divine experience of life. It might not be an easy one, but at least it is one that you get to choose. And in my opinion, that's a life well lived. Just like so many of you out there, I have gone through trauma. I've fought so many endless battles. I prayed, I cried, and held on to any last string of hope for the last 29 years for the world to bring me to this exact moment. The opportunity of a lifetime has been in front of me this whole time, and I've been so caught up in my fears that I failed to recognize it. And that opportunity is freedom. Freedom to choose at this moment exactly who I want to be and how I want to lead my life. I literally get to decide, and the universe is just waiting to see if I will actually make a move. I forgot that choosing to do what you love is the life-changing moment, and the rest will just fall in place. And if we can just learn to let go and seize the moment, then we can literally transform our life into anything we desire. I owe it to little Shweta to at least try. She didn't have the opportunity to take the chance on herself then, but now she can. Now I can. And I can't let some fears and insecurities deprive her of that again. I owe it to her to be the woman she always dreamed she could be, the one that was a symbol of safety, hope, courage, and abundance. I know this is all easier said than done, and it took me a long time to get here. And maybe you're in a stage in your life where you're questioning everything, questioning the point of your existence or the point of anything we do here on earth. You might be going through the motions of life, but feeling completely hollow and dead inside. I'm not sure if I will ever come to the full understanding of this crazy life, but I do know that you can't give up. Don't lose your magic, don't lose hope, and if it's possible, be the reason someone smiles today. Be the reason someone learns to love again. Be the reason someone loves life again. And be the source of light in the darkness. Because your presence is more powerful than you can imagine. I guess this podcast episode is just a letter from me to me, a letter to the past versions, the present version, and the future version. I'm so proud of you. You deserve everything this world has to offer. I'm so in love with the pureness of your soul and the pureness of your heart. I don't know if we'll ever figure out what we're doing with our life. I don't know where this is going to lead me or where I'm even trying to go, honestly. But who cares? Because I know you love a good adventure. And at least when we get to the end of our life, we'll know we gave it our all. I love you so much, and I hope you love yourself even more. Your softness is your strength. It's the most courageous thing that you can do walking through this world. And yeah, I hope that you try. I hope that you try for you. I hope that you try for your younger self, and you deserve it all. So, love you, and thank you for whoever is listening, whoever decided to join my journey, and I'm excited to see where it goes.